Hello, everyone. This is Sammy Eccles-Irwin from FilmFestivalCircuit.com and the Atlanta After Dark Film Festival. Right now, we are gearing up for our winter 2026 screening, which is going to take place next month at the Plaza Theatre in Atlanta, Georgia, beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, where right now the independent film scene is absolutely exploding. And in preparation for this festival, we are talking with some of our participating filmmakers. So we have here Ben Knauf and Ian Riley from the project Swingers Business Meeting. So thank you guys both so much for meeting with me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Absolutely. So yeah, this is I think this is probably one of the more unique films that we have in this After Dark film festival. It's got such a distinct sense of humor and such a distinct absurd style to it. It's visually and sort of just thematically appealing. So tell me, what is the Babylon Project, and what is your guys' inspiration behind this film?
The Babylon Project. Well,
I assume that's your sort of your duo, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
our what we are. We are the Babylon Project.
Right
It's
on.
a hive mind of genius creatives reprogramming billions daily, one at a time.
Excellent. And so Swingers Business Meeting.
We're a two-man right now, but we're trying to expand to billions potentially, create
Trillions.
Trillions,
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Future generations to come. So yeah, tell me a little bit about Swingers Business Meeting and what influenced that.
You start.
I'll start. So I wrote Swingers Business Meeting. I guess I had the original concept maybe was that like a year ago, 2 years ago? It was like
Yeah.
June of 24.
Okay.
I was working in a butcher shop, and I did a lot of cutting, a lot of slicing, a lot of grinding, a lot of blood and guts, a lot of gore. Stunk really bad. I was kind of in like a really gross mindset, like just constantly seeing like gore and like flesh and like bones. So I kind of just thought I had like insane dreams about how that's kind of what like we are. Like I kind of related to the chuck I was throwing in the grinder. Like we're all kind of just like flesh and bone.
Okay.
So
Churn the meat grinder.
yeah, churning. And so I had this kind of like nihilistic, kind of like sick view of humanity in the
For
world
sure.
that kind of informed the writing.
Well, yeah. Then from like on my side, I was with the managerial class working like a office business job, and just some weird things were happening there. Like I remember this one meeting, the boss is talking about some type of thing. I forgot, it was a while ago, but he's chewing out this intern. He's literally just like this intern. He's like, hey intern, did you get that PDF? And he's like, how do you file a PDF? And he goes, this is what he said. He goes, you don't know how to file a PDF? You're lying to me about a PDF? You stupid moron! That's how he said it. That's how he said it.
Jesus.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're grinding meat and you're seeing people get sort of grinded in the meat grinder of the corporate world, and there's this sort of, I don't know, nihilistic, confused worldview that puts into the writing of this. Tell me about the writing process. Are you guys collaborative? Is this kind of like writer's table, hitting jokes here and there?
Well, usually we write like after work or like in the evenings or kind of just like casually. We just kind of like make jokes. It kind of starts off with like a joke, like what if some guy said this or whatever. Like here's a story.
Yeah.
So I think our
Okay.
two stories. I mean, it's hard to remember, but it's like everything we write. It probably just got melded together. Like kind of both of our experiences about 2 years ago. Kind of like it probably started off with some joke I told, and then we expanded upon it till we wrote.
Well, it's unfortunate they can't
Swingers.
see. We got all these whiteboards around the room here, the room that we're in, and they all have ideas, just jokes we've jotted down from just sitting around shooting the shit. Sorry if I don't know if I can curse.
No, go for it. Yes, say it. Okay, well that's so cool. So you guys just work in this kind of, I don't know, throwing stuff against the wall, seeing what sticks, seeing who laughs at what liners. I mean, and one of the big takeaways from this movie is there's so many. It's so quick, but there's so many little quips that are just these solid, humorous one-line nuggets that them in and of themselves I thought were so funny. And so I can imagine the writing process is kind of getting some of those out. How do you then? Yeah, keep going.
Oh, with getting those out, I mean, it's kind of just like we try to make each other laugh. We're just pitching bits and stuff we think is funny, and so usually it results with one of us coming up with an idea and the other one laughing profusely, and then that's just gets jotted down.
Totally.
Well,
I will. So then, and now tell me how it kind of took shape in this. It's not in a butcher shop. We're in a boardroom. We're kind of leaning a little bit more into that corporate world. How do you get, I don't know, the idea to now turn these bits into something that takes structure? What does that process look like?
Take structure. I mean, I feel like it's just really staying true to the idea, like
Okay.
the initial conception, like kind of marriage of the two like different lifestyles we were living at the time. They kind of just got put together, and we just kind of wrote it down, and it came out the way it came out. It's kind of hard to like really sit there and like beat by beat. Like we had this part came to us, and then that part, it was just kind of like
Okay.
happened, just whatever's funny and whatever's true to the idea, right?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. We have both the meat talk with I think a chopped cheese and some Arby's as mentioned. We got the corporate boardroom. It's a nice fusion. Well then, so riddle me this. I'm curious when you get your acting cast together, you get your location. How did you find the people that were able to, I think, really hilariously get into those weird characters and say these weird lines? What was that like?
Um, it was interesting. We just put like casting calls up online, and we just get like a lot of people that submit, and we usually pick whoever looks the most interesting, or we look at their other things they say, or what do you call it, their reels.
Yeah, we'll meet with them too,
And we'll meet with them in person typically.
and if we have a good mutual meeting of the minds there, a good feeling that we can work with this person, then we'll go with them. But this one was interesting because we were in a really tight deadline. We were shooting like this is part of a bigger project that we have, and we were shooting every short for that project every week. So it was a week after week, shoot after shoot, and a lot of like the actors we had initially. I think one guy ended up going to jail who was going to play the main boss.
Oh, jeez.
Funny, he just called me the other day. He's out of jail, so he might be back in
Next
the film.
project, yeah.
Yeah,
He was actually supposed to do a different film, like back in was like in March.
yeah. Back
So
in
we
there.
wanted him to play this like boss character in this film we did called Decaf Espresso. And he ghosted us. We're like, whatever, I guess he didn't want to do it. He hits us
Right.
up before we shoot Swingers Business Meeting saying, I've been in jail for like a month.
Yeah.
So sorry. We're like, dude, you got to be the boss in Swingers Business Meeting. Same thing happens. Now here we are. He's calling us again saying he went back to jail for 8 months.
I see. He's in and out.
Yeah.
And
So-
Well,
he's disabled too or something.
Yeah,
Like, he has like a,
it's a wild
Okay.
story. This guy.
Well, so this is interesting. I mean, some people that I talk to, they cast for the character. Seems like maybe you're casting based on type. You want people who can bring their own energy to then sort of fulfill this role.
Yeah.
And it turns out you meet real characters.
Yeah, we like to give the actors a voice too to express themselves. I think if you try to like poke and prod them to be this like action figure type performance that is exactly how you envision it, it's never going to work out. So you got to give the idea to them and let them sprout it into something even better than you imagined.
well, Josh, the boss, he's like a stuntman, as well as an actor, and he basically improvised probably like the majority of the lines in this film. Like we had like beat sheet,
Okay.
like, things we wanted him to say. He just kind of riffed most of it,
And two, like he joined the project like what, a day before?
Yeah, so he was like a last minute. Like
Yeah.
we like paid him. We're like, can you make this deadline? We're shooting, I don't know, tomorrow. So
Right.
and he did.
Well, that's incredible because he's firing off some amazing lines, and he seems to really fit in the scope of this project. So that he's sort of a guy who just came on and had to bring his own energy, and improvise. That's I don't know. It's really interesting. Talk to me about who played the intern. I'm curious about his story.
Oh, good old Matt.
Mm.
I would love Matt. He's a great guy. It's funny. He was in that project we mentioned back in March, and he was
Okay.
not a side character, but he really just impressed us with how committed he was to the bit. And so we were like trying to write these bits and get this project off the ground. It's called Your Risk, Your Problem. And we were like, we got to get Matt back into something and give him a bigger role too. So we were like, Matt, we got this role, this intern. He gets to shoot out, but he has an interesting twist at the end. Would you like to do it? He was just down for anything, man. He's awesome. Head first and whatever you want.
Okay, well, I love that. Yeah, it's incredible, and I hope none of these guys go to jail because I want to see more stuff with them. The
I hope
cast
so.
is great. Talk to me now about another really distinct aspect, which is the editing and the visual component. The text on screen, the weird filters. It has a certain tempo to it, although it's very chaotic. Well, what's the idea behind that? Are you guys both working on editing and filters and stuff like that?
I do most of the editing.
Okay.
Ben kind of guides me through it, and he's a tastemaker. I've always had kind of like an internet style of editing. Like it's not really traditional film. It's very like flashy. It's kind of like ADHD. It's very like Zoomer oriented, like
Totally.
something like little kids would watch,
Like Cocomelon.
Yeah. So like the bright text and, jump cuts and punch ins. It's very frantic,
Well, okay, so I like that you mentioned that because that's definitely it sort of it ramps up to be more of that, but I feel like the first cut we have is this really slow fade,
Mhm.
and that sets a weird Lynchian sort of, I don't know, you can hear the air vents and stuff sort of moving in this weird way. I mean, do you have any are there any cinematic influences that sort of you tap into, or are you really motivated by this fast-paced kind of contemporary style?
Lynch for sure, right? I mean,
Yeah, Lynch
Cody
definitely.
mentioned
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's why
Um,
do with the cut being kind of slower at the beginning than getting like head first in this crazy stuff that you've never seen before. You know, it's like kind of disarms
Absolutely.
you. You're not ready for this crazy journey that we're about to go on.
Well, exactly. I mean, it's like I think it's 6 minutes and 39 seconds or something like that. And if you tried to if I tried to explain this to someone, I feel like the concept would leave them going, What?" But there's some. I think there's kind of a fully realized unified quality to all the components here: the sound, the editing, that sort of reaches this apex. And of course, what is the apex of this movie but 9/11?
Mm.
And and the dermatologist, and I don't know, is there is that just, was that a part of the initial idea, or is that something that sort of found its way into it?
I think so, right? I mean, that was always going to be like this like couple swapping thing, and then
Yeah.
brought 9/11 to it at the end.
You mean like in the writing? I feel like the we didn't really know what the punchline was for the longest time. Like probably we wrote it, not really wrote it, but we were sort of swapping ideas like 2 years ago, and then I would say maybe a few months before we actually wrote the script, we kind of got the punchline. The punchline is 9/11.
Right.
I don't know how funny that is if you're older than 24, but
Right.
you know.
Well, it's I think it's officially funny now. I don't know if I should say that, but I think, yeah, what the
I
South Park
think
do the math.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I mean,
We could joke about it. We got to be, you know, it's
Right.
fun. Yeah.
Um, well, so it sounds like you guys have wrote a lot of stuff. You've worked on other projects before together. Did you learn anything from this process here? I mean, there's a lot of cast that seems like maybe a bit involved. What did you guys learn from this?
I learned something big. Make sure you bring your lights. Make sure you turn them on because we forgot to bring the cables for the lights, right?
yeah, we
Okay.
brought the lights, but
Yeah.
we forgot the cables that power the lights, and they're wired lights. They're not Bluetooth lights, so
Yeah.
you need
Right.
electricity for those to
A
work.
little low tech at the Babylon project currently.
So we shot the project unlit, but it looks not terrible. I mean, I don't know. Looks all right to me.
It looks like an office interior. I think it has that sort of dim glow of the fluorescence, the old fluorescence. I think
Yeah.
that does something. Well, I like that. That's funny. So many times when I ask people what do they learn, it's always a little bit of a loftier, sort of sentimental idea about teamwork and stuff. But I love hearing that. Check your equipment. Make sure you bring the power cord. By God, it's
That's
happened to me more times than I care to admit. What about sort of, you talked at the beginning about this is a duo that you kind of want to build out. Are some of these actors and some of the cast and crew that you worked with, is that kind of how you amass that team? Are these people like you want to work with again, and I don't know, keep the collaboration going?
For sure, yeah. We've already worked with a few of them again
Right.
since. 'Cause I think we shot this last year in June, so we definitely worked with them again. But as far as we talked about with like collaboration and growing the Babylon project, we're thinking more like people who are either filmmakers or graphic designers or musicians, and we even got some bigger ideas too. We can maybe get into that later, but
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a full collective. This is not just a film duo necessarily. This could be something that grows to
the
a
movement.
bigger creative outlet.
Yeah, it's like beyond filmmaking is our long-term goal. We want to create sort of a revolution of the mind and reinvent
Okay.
society in our image, essentially.
Well, I think that's you're starting off very strong because I'm convinced, and you've converted me to whatever this is.
Awesome.
Well, so talk to me about some of your next projects. I'm sure you got, like you mentioned, you have some bigger ideas. You got some stuff in the works. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So right
Long-term,
now
right?
we got a lot of long-term goals. We're working on our hats, merch. But we're getting really into the local level, Atlanta. We're repping Atlanta hard.
Mhm.
We are Atlanta isolationists. Long term, I'm thinking mayoral run, become
Something.
mayor.
The
I think-
duo as a single mayor. I would like to see that.
Well, we're both going to be mayor.
Yeah, two
somehow.
mayor, yeah.
Or maybe one of us will be mayor, and
And
then
then, yeah,
I'll be an advisor or something.
something like that, yeah.
My big thing is that I can't stand is OTP outside the perimeter.
Exactly.
These people. This is the Atlanta metropolitan area,
Word.
and they live outside the perimeter, outside the city. So they're living outside Atlanta. They're spending money outside Atlanta, but they have the clout, the cachet of a big city. You know, you got these people that live in Smyrna and they work in Stockbridge, so they're clogging up the downtown connector. So like one of our things is like we want to build a wall around Atlanta, around the perimeter. Cobb County is going to pay for the wall, and we want to flood downtown connector and bring the ocean to Atlanta. We want to make it a coastal town, put a river through the middle.
We're gonna grow tourism, like
trade route support.
Exactly. Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah.
So then short term, we're thinking. We're trying to get some capital to franchise a Wingstop.
That would be sweet. Hell yeah. Okay. Maybe secession at some point. I love these ideas. I think these are achievable and have a nice direction to them. Let me ask you this. This is something that I'm actually really interested in. I've been many places in the United States for film festivals, right? And I'm based here in Oregon. And when we have film festivals here, there's a decent local turnout, but there's also a high percentage of people who are coming from LA, for example. When I'm in Texas, there's a lot of people from LA. There's, I don't know. There's always kind of, it seems to be that the core community is maybe not in Oregon or Texas. But when I was in Atlanta, the multiple times I've been there for festivals, I've been to festivals where it is 100% either Atlantans or Georgians specifically who are here showing up, repping their films. And it's the first time I've ever seen that. And we're on the East Coast, so it could be New Yorkers, but no, it's Atlantans. And it seems like the filmmaking community there has just really impressed me. It seems, of course, there's some bigger stuff, but it seems like the indie game is very strong. Do you guys have a feel for that? Does that feel accurate? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I would hope so too. We're starting to get more into that world. It's fairly new to us, but yeah, I think there's definitely something here. There's a vibe in the city. You just go downtown. There's something about it. It's kind of like a decaying city. It used to be great. That's the point of the head. It was once something beautiful. It was one of the biggest cities in the country, and now it's kind of like very empty, and people are only there to take its resources for big games or big concerts, and so that's why I think we got to do what we can to make Atlanta what it once used to be. The AT aliens will come first.
That's right. Beam you guys up. You build your circular wall around Georgia, around Atlanta, and then there you go. Okay, well, yeah, I think this is informed me quite a bit about what's going on in Atlanta, and I'll be there soon, so I gotta prep myself for the vibe.
I love it.
You're gonna move here. You're gonna move.
You're gonna want to stay.
You're gonna stay.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Well, tell me, is there anything else you guys want to add about Swingers Business Meeting?
I'd probably watch the full piece that it's a part of. Your Risk, Your Problem on YouTube.
Okay, wait. So this is it's like you're saying, it's an episode or a vignette in a bigger work you guys have out already.
Yeah, this is only one sketch in an anthology of many sketches and many blips and bits that we did about a year ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, anthology 4. Anthology 4. Your Risk, Your Problem. Check it out. It's something.
It's an interesting watch. I'll tell you that.
Okay, right on. Well, I will definitely check it out because I love this one and I need more of this. And I'll get this posted because I want anyone who sees this to be able to access the full thing. And this is on your guys' YouTube page?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Well, guys, thank you so much for meeting with me and talking with me. I'm excited. I'm really excited to play Swingers Business Meeting at Atlanta After Dark. I think it will offend some people. I mean, I almost hope we have some walkouts because that's you're doing something good.
Yeah.
I hope they just find you and throw you out. But yeah, awesome guys. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing you
too.
Have a good one.
Take care. Have a good night.
Take care.